Well. Has your mom ever made a podcast before?
No, she has not.
Well, thank the Lord we're here. I'm the best half, Lizzie.
And I am the worst half, Maddie. And welcome to our first episode of What Would Your Mom Do? On this episode, we will be diving into how we met,
The horrors of high school,
many firsts and lasts,
and every bad decision in between.
We are sitting here currently looking at a photo of Lil Peep to get us through this.
We really needed some encouragement. This is like our fifth take.
So hopefully we can just make it through this first one and improve. Well, we can really only go up from here.
Yeah, there's no way. We're at rock bottom. There's only one way up.
Hopefully one day we can do this and look at each other at the same time.
Yeah, right now it's just Lil Peep on our minds.
Yeah, it's not, yeah.
So, let's start.
Alright, so how the hell we met? Yeah. If you know anything about Jeffrey Dahmer,
we are his prodigies.
We are. That is actually where he went.
He graduated. We're not actually, taking steps into his direction. We're just, we same place, same time. Well, not same time. You know what I mean. You get it.
Yeah. So, she was there first.
Yes, I've been at that school my whole life, unfortunately. It's been quite the roller coaster.
I can confidently say I only dropped by to raise some hell for about 2 years, and then I exited that entire place.
You can definitely say that. One of the things that we were discussing, Jesus, first impressions, ladies and gentlemen, when I first saw Maddie, I was terrified, shaking in my boots, might I say. She was quite a scary gal. She had that resting bitch face that we all love to this day. On top of that, it was the daily cardigan that really did it.
Oh, we're taking it there right off the bat. I can confidently say I've worked on the resting bitch face,
as well as the cardigan.
Yeah, don't have any. Well, I do, but
you have them.
We don't need to talk about that.
No.
My first impression of you was you seemed really nice, but I was scared of everyone, which is why I came off like a bitch, because I didn't want to speak at all. And I was just very angry that I was at the school in general.
Who wouldn't be?
Yeah, and you were the first person to... Well, you were the second person.
Second. First was Lexi.
Yes.
By the way, disclaimer, we are switching out names from our personal lives to names we've created. So enjoy the different array of names that we had no idea how to get there.
If you know anything about us, you're probably going to know who we're talking about.
Probably. But other than that,
for legal reasons,
don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's just a slight inconvenience.
Yeah. Simple as that. Alright, so, yeah, how we met. So I, eventually, after around being there for about a year, made my first friend. Well, not my first, but like my...
Your second.
No, like my third, because, Lexi. I met her in, I believe, math class. She sat in front of me. We became friends, but didn't really hang out until we had a science class together.
We had a science class with the future group that we call the Crazies now. It consisted of 5 of us, and right now we're down to 2.5. We haven't seen Allison in a while.
Okay, true, but true.
Mostly 3, but more like 2.5.
Right. Yeah, the most friends I've ever had, actually, at one time.
Me too.
But all good things come to an end when you have a lot of bold personalities.
Oh yeah, very bold. Very, very bold.
And I will say it was amazing while it lasted. We had
short
memories.
3 month.
Yeah. It felt
journey.
like forever, but...
It sure did. I think the best part was when we all met like 3 weeks before school ended.
Right before I left.
So we had
school.
like the whole summer to really get down and dirty.
It was really just like a little summer fling because I moved.
It really was a summer fling.
I was discarded from the group very
you were
quickly.
just in the trash.
Yeah.
Like that day we went dumpster diving.
With that exact group.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, we had a science class together. Lexi introduced me, I believe.
And I introduced Allison and Hannah.
Yes.
To Lexi and Maddie.
Yes.
Maddie is a real name, by the way.
Yeah, that will be referring to me, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, so we became a little group. Me and Lizzie didn't really talk that much at first. We weren't
that close. I think it was more because I've known Hannah and Allison longer.
Yes.
So I was closer with them. They've also been going to the same school since about, like, 8th grade. Well,
dude, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, around there. So we been knew. We been knew each other.
Right. So yeah, we didn't spend too much time, just me and her, until it became time to dissect rats, actually.
Yeah. The rats were smelly.
And just not.
It wasn't our forte.
Yeah. So we decided that we were going to
leave. Promptly leave. Get out.
We were just allowed to go roam the hall.
It wasn't really optional, but if you really like couldn't handle it,
if you really acted like you were gonna puke.
Yeah, which we did, just for the fun of it.
Right.
Like it really wasn't that bad. Because I did make my partner do everything. And I just, like, stood there and chatted it up. We did name our rat Ratata. I do remember. Your rat? Or was it? Me and my partner, we named our rat Ratata.
I have no idea. I think I have, like, extreme memory loss, actually, because I don't really remember much of my life.
Out. Yeah.
So I couldn't tell you any details about that.
I have a feeling you were with Allison. From what I've seen on Snapchat and my memories,
okay.
I'm pretty sure it was Allison.
Who were you with?
Zach.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Not that one. The other one. Right. Yeah. That's a different episode. Yeah, so you were with them. We faked it. Fake it till you make it. We ended up in the bathroom. That was a funny moment.
Yeah. Okay. Was that the same day that we... Let's really just full on expose ourselves here. Yeah. I'm probably not going to see these people again. It's not like it matters.
So basically what happened that day, it was quite the day, full of events.
It always was.
A nice, well, not so nice.
No, he's so nice.
He's nice to you.
Well, we talked like 3 times.
Yeah, so just a random man left his phone just unattended. So, of course, the 2 troublemakers had to swoop in and do something about it, save the day. So what we did was we decided it'd be a funny little prank to just snag it, walk it up to the principal's office, and say we found it in the hallway. Yes. Just a little innocent high school prank.
And then at lunch, he comes up to us and asks if we've seen his phone. Obviously,
I think that was one of the few times I've straight up lied to somebody's face.
No.
I was like, no.
The only time I was good at lying was that minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we really bonded over that day.
Yeah, that's what really set it.
Yeah.
Set it in stone.
Which led us to the first time we hung out. It was a group event, but I was invited ahead of time.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, you were.
First time at Papa Steve's house.
Yes. Shout out Papa Steve, who is sleeping in the room directly next to us. Disclaimer, sorry if I wake you up, Papa Steve.
It's all for a good cause.
Yeah, so we basically have a live audience right now. He is alive, maybe just not conscious.
Wow, okay, that sounds great.
Well, he's asleep. He is asleep.
For sure. So, yeah, we come over here, All I personally remember is coming in your room. You just thrifted a top and you cut some holes in the top of it, like as a fun little design. And I just have flashbacks.
I don't think we need to go into detail about this. Okay. Let's just say there was a little bit of
a slip up.
Yeah. A slip up. That's what we'll call it. But that same day sprouted our inside joke, which is now your Snapchat name, which is first I bang my drum, then I bang your mom. So clearly it fits in with our new podcast title.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, she'd bang her drum and then your mom.
Yeah.
Moms banging moms.
Banging every mom.
Yeah. So, that's where that sprouted, just in case anyone had access to my Snapchat and was curious.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't we find a dead snake on the road that day when we walked down to the park? Or was that a different day?
It might have been. I remember fog coming into play at some point.
Yeah. No, there was a dead snake, and then you made a reference to somebody at school.
Oh.
It was like, yeah.
Well, it could have been anyone, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then after that, the group came over, and we all just became a little squad for a few months. Felt like a lifetime.
It sure did. I think it was because of just the mentality of everyone.
Right.
It was really dragged out.
Oh,
in
absolutely.
A way. Yeah.
Should we maybe break down the group members?
I think we should.
Okay.
So we're gonna try and stay neutral with this, obviously.
Wow.
Like, I can't speak for Maddie, but I don't hold grudges as much anymore. So I'm gonna try my best to speak neutrally, but just know that there's anger behind it, and just a little bit of hatred.
I'm really not pressed about the issue.
I'm not pressed about the issue. I'm pressed about that one event that happened.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So our group, obviously there was us, and then let's start off with Allison.
I've been a dear friend with Allison for 6 years now. We originally played on the same basketball team in 6th grade, so 7 years now.
Wow.
So we've been around the block a few times. We did have a falling out that lasted like 2 years, but
was that a falling out, or I don't really know what happened.
It just kind of like fizzled.
Well, okay.
Yeah, there wasn't really any effort.
Like, right.
To say the least.
But there was no like beef. It was
it was all good vibes.
No, all love for Allison. If you're listening to this, hey, we love you. Please join us.
Yeah,
sometime.
Feature. Yeah, hit me up. You know my contact. You got my digits
for sure. Allison is probably the most level-headed of the group.
Oh yeah, she's like, I wouldn't say the mom, but like the crazy aunt.
The kindest, I'd say.
Yeah, kindest crazy aunt.
And that's even like including aunt, us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was the nicest one out of all 5 of us.
I just think she's so wise and...
She is.
Awesome.
For sure. She's definitely grown as a person.
No, absolutely. And was always like her own...
Yeah, she didn't mind who came or who went. Hannah. Now, see, this has a more
recent wound.
Yeah.
Out of all of them. All was great in the beginning. All good vibes. You could just say... We honestly remained friends with Hannah the longest.
Yeah, I feel like partly because, I also worked with her.
Right, and I was just...
And we all knew
to things sometimes because I was friends with you.
Yeah. Wow. Perks of knowing me.
Oh, yeah, that was such a coolest perk to be her friend. That was such a fucking thrill. I'm just kidding.
The thing with Hannah was that we were the same astrological sign.
Wait, what are you?
A Cancer.
Oh, she's a Cancer?
We have the same birthday. Dude, where have you been?
To that.
So one of the issues that I feel was that we both shared the same birthday. So it's kind of like difficult on milestone birthdays to want to like do a duo birthday. So it was difficult to plan a birthday and have the same people like in our friend group show up. Because if we would have planned it on the same day, then people would have wanted to go to hers or mine.
Right.
And it would have caused all this unnecessariness.
I think she was a really good person and a really good friend until
She was, up until
she was, like, influenced by
a third party.
outside sources and just turned into someone that she wasn't anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, Lexi, huh?
Lexi is a whole episode within itself.
Yeah, she gives me a run for my money when it comes to most out of control member of the group, I would say.
Yeah. And it was more, she was really hot-headed.
Very, and very
controlling in an aspect.
Right.
Like social controlling.
No, yeah, like very
definitely
like,
for me.
I'll make the plans, I'll say who's going to what. What astrological sign was she, do you know? Now I'm like interested.
I'm pretty sure, I feel like her birthday's in August. I feel like she's a Leo.
Or is she a late August and is she a Virgo? Or is that not August?
No, I think you were the only Virgo. I just feel Leo. Or
probably.
Maybe Capricorn?
I don't know much about Capricorn.
Neither
know about Leos.
Yeah, they're fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, she was actually probably the main reason our whole thing ended.
I'd say so. And I feel like, looking back, all of us would agree on that. Except Lexi.
Right.
But, just from how everything played out, first, me and Lexi had a falling out, because she decided that she wanted to control my life, which I wasn't very appreciative of. But, oh my god. Appreciative of.
Right.
Which really just caused everyone to pick a side, which obviously, no one wanted.
I tried to save us.
Yeah, you did.
I tried so hard to save us, because... So we were a very, like, tight-knit group for a few months, and then I moved back to North Royalton, which, keep in mind, is literally, like,
20
minutes away.
Yeah.
I didn't drive.
None of us had our license except for Lexi.
Lexi did, but you...
I was about to.
Right. And so Lexi just decided she will not be picking me up.
Making that short 25-minute trip.
So I was no longer a part of this.
And keep in mind, Maddie offered to pay for gas.
And I literally, like, I wasn't even given the opportunity to find a, like, other ride.
Yeah, no, it was just immediately you were just gone. Goodbye.
Right. And I think, you were the only one who made an effort to continue to see me.
Because you were my friend. Like, I'm not just, once you move, it's like you're not moving off the face of the earth. You're just moving a short 25-minute adventure down the road.
And I would say Allison and Hannah weren't really like, well, fuck you, but like, they were just kind of like, if I'm there, I'm there, but...
Yeah, they didn't really care.
Yeah, it wasn't, and after I left... is when that all happened.
That happened, and then Lexi and Allison had a falling out. Because, Lexi thought she was closer to Allison than what she was. So Allison was like, I have, like, a whole-ass boyfriend, like, I have other friends that I'm very much closer to.
Right.
So she was like, I don't need to, like, spend my days with you.
Like, every single
when she
day.
literally, like, has other people.
Right.
So that's what caused that. So then really all that was left was me, Maddie, and Allison, and then Hannah and Lexi on the other side of the street.
Yeah. And then after that, it was kind of like everyone kept pairing off and splitting up, except for us.
No, we stuck it out.
Yeah. And that
really,
was...
I just had...
Oh, God. I just got an interesting, text. We'll continue.
Yeah. But we really just stuck it out.
Yeah.
And then eventually Hannah and Lexi had a falling out. because Lexi was over at Hannah's house basically every day, and Hannah was sick of it.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's what happened. Like, during school. Like, fully, yeah, and Hannah would, like, she obviously was working.
Right.
And so Lexi, I remember she was sick for, like, a week. And she was at Hannah's house the whole time she was sick. And then got Hannah's whole family sick.
So, which...
Boundaries crossed.
Right. Yeah. No, again, no hate to anyone.
No hate. We're just explaining our side.
And this was all, like, literally 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So... 4.
We graduated... Well, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Around the 3 mark, 4 mark, whatever. The point is, it's past due.
Right.
We're over it. It's kind of what built
this
who we are out of high school, built our friendship. So that's why it's an important detail to mention.
We accomplished a lot in high school. We did a lot of...
We did do a lot of things. We went to NASA.
We did go to NASA
headquarters.
We did. Our favorite activity for a long time was to... Well, if anyone... I seriously doubt anyone. If anyone recalls back to my YouTube vlogging days, you could have actually seen NASA, when we would just get in the car and drive for...
Yeah, and it was actually an accident when we found it, because I got us lost on the highway, and the next thing you know, we're at NASA headquarters, so it just became our tradition.
I truly didn't know that there was
a NASA headquarters.
Right.
Like, right down the street. Like, it really wasn't even that far.
No. Yeah. So, we did that a lot.
Yeah, NASA was our go-to.
We also headed to Swenson's quite a few
And
times.
For those of you who don't know what Swenson's is, it's basically... like a Sonic. If you don't know what a Sonic is, you basically just sit in your car the whole time. It's like a drive-up fast food place. They bring your food out to you, you munch in your car, you drive off, you have a great night.
This is where all the teens go.
This was a popular hangout for a very long time.
The only place in Richfield to go.
Yeah.
Is Swenson's.
Yeah.
Actually,
that's also what stemmed a fight in our group.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. You don't remember?
No.
I went, I think it was Hannah had to work late, and Hannah and Lexi were planning to go together.
Oh my god, I remember this.
They also wanted Allison to go with them, but I had previously made plans to go to Swenson's with Allison, so obviously Allison was just gonna be like, I'm just gonna go with Lizzie. I'm so sorry.
Don't look at my notifications.
Just got a reminder saying, I love you, I'm so proud, see you tomorrow.
I have to...
I think it's cute.
Thank you. Okay,
I like
make
it.
fun of me, but I have to, like, really encourage myself.
With you. No, I get it.
Okay.
I mean, I have a reminder, and it's just penis. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow,
at 3 a.m. every morning.
Oh.
I wake up to it.
You wake up at 3 a.m.?
No.
Oh.
No, I wake up, I see it, and then I'm like, okay.
And it really just sets the day up.
Yeah.
I might actually steal that. And
really gets the mind going. Anyway, back to the topic. So I was planning to go with Allison already, and then Lexi, I wasn't friends with Lexi. We weren't cool, so that's why Allison was like, no, I'm just going to stick with you.
Right.
And it really stemmed a major
argument. I was somewhere.
You were, I don't think you were there that night.
No, I don't think so.
Because it was too far of a drive.
God forbid I waited until I was 18 to get my license. Like,
that's the consequences.
Yeah, so that all happened, and I actually confessed years later that I have a burning hatred for Swenson's.
That was such a plot twist in my life.
I don't get the hype. I think Swenson's is okay. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's because I have social anxiety that I didn't love being surrounded by everyone from high school.
Yeah. I get that.
Right. And their food was just... I'm never really gonna be like
it.
I mean, I don't really like burgers.
That makes sense.
Right.
It's a burger place, by the way.
Yeah. But
I don't know. I like the burgers, but I also get the same thing every time I go, so that's probably why I like it.
Yeah, but I do get nostalgic sometimes and, like, want to go.
Do you remember right before I left for college, we went and
Literally.
I was, like, bawling my eyes out in your car because we thought that was, like, the last time we'd ever see each other.
I cried for, like, dude, I went on vacation after she left for college, sobbed the entire last night and FaceTimed her because I was upset she was gone. And I wasn't even home.
No.
Yeah.
That was funny. That was quite the time.
Yeah. As you can tell, we obviously never, stopped talking.
Oh, yeah.
To be fair, to be clear, she never left the state.
No, I was just 2 hours away.
Yeah.
But
the drive I made. When some people couldn't even make a 20-minute drive.
Yeah, dedication.
Yeah, maybe I still am impressed, actually, guys. You know what? Let's rekindle this beef.
Honestly. You've been asking for a reunion.
If anyone is listening to this, I feel like Hannah, Allison, Lexi, I feel like we should set our differences aside for just one night. Just one. Get together. And just relive the old days. Don't bring up any of, like, our shit right now. Like, anything that we got going on.
I feel like Hannah would struggle with that. Especially with me. Because, God forbid I ever talk about anything on my private story that relates to my life. No, not allowed.
Yeah, they had quite the falling out, which I just kind of inserted myself into because then it became like a public thing, and I'm like, what is...
They put me on blast
for no reason. Oh, God.
So true, bestie.
So true, bestie.
So true.
Oh, my God. Okay,
should we deep dive into that?
We can. We can.
We definitely should.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So, to make a very long, heated story, a little medium and cool, I decided one day to post something.
You need a little backstory, though, on the other person.
So the third party involved, we will call her Kelly. Kelly, Hannah, and I all worked at a famous restaurant known as Panera Bread.
Ugh.
And through Hannah, I actually got that job, which I really appreciated. But at the same time, we were all working together, so it definitely caused some issues.
Now, did Hannah meet Kelly there?
Yes.
Okay, so to make things clear, Hannah and Lizzie were friends for years before this happened. All in the friend group together.
Like, we've had fights before, and we've talked them out.
Right.
We've been through it.
Yeah, and so then they work together, and Kelly also works there, which is when
this went down.
Right. Okay.
So, I decided to vent about my household on my private Snapchat story, which I am, believe it or not, legally allowed to do, because I do own that account.
They were also on there because they were
friends.
Good friends.
Yeah, we were all good friends.
It wasn't like a... Whatever, you could have posted that on your
main story. Right. Before that, might I add, I was over my friendship with Hannah. I knew it was going to come to an end. Mm-hmm. It was just a matter of when. And it dragged out for much longer than it should have, just because we worked together.
Yeah.
Which made it suck, but that's just life. Basically what happened, I posted venting on my story. It was just a picture. It wasn't like posting a video. And it wasn't even
you like venting. It was just like a joke.
Yeah.
Can you please just say what the joke was? Like, it's not...
So, I grew up with my mom. Single mom. Love her to death. But, unfortunately, she taught me that if I don't say thank you when she makes dinner, then I'm a terrible person. Terrible person. Like, shoot me dead. Terrible.
Oh my God.
So, my whole life I've been, whenever someone makes food, I always thank them. Well, I made my own dinner one night, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a joke. Like, thanks, Mom. Like, oh my God, thank you for making my dinner. Like, as a complete joke. And I brought up the word toxic, because believe it or not, it is toxic.
But it's like, it was also like a lighthearted. You weren't like,
yeah, I was
God,
like,
my house
oh my
is so
God,
toxic.
right? It's not like I'm gonna go run away. Like, obviously, I've been dealing with it, and I still am.
Like, it's
It was a joke, basically.
It's also like some people, like, I cope with everything by laughing.
Humor.
Like, even if it's super dark.
Oh yeah, we
have
always. We've had probably like one serious conversation about our trauma, and I don't even remember it because we were so. It was a long night. We'll just say that. So Kelly decided to reply to my little joke, and she took it to heart. She was pressed. She was very pressed. She was a panini press.
Absolutely, a Panera press.
Yeah, Panera press. So she slid up on my story, and she basically compared her toxic household to mine, which she first of all had no idea what was happening in my life because I kept her at a distance for a reason. And so she decided to basically go against what she advocates for, which is good mental health and girls supporting girls, women supporting women, all of that, feminism, everything. She is a hypocrite for that. I will say that. I don't even care.
I think both of them were just kind of looking for any reason.
An out.
To
it was an out.
Get rid of you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But also, like, that was
literally just like mature
or
and
just be like,
say
hey,
that.
let's just not talk.
Right, and I would have been fine with that, but you put me on blast.
But also, why can't you have more than one friend at once?
Right. So Kelly's going into her toxic household, her life, and keep in mind she has no idea like anything about what I've gone through, any of that. So that happens, and then somehow Hannah got involved. She was just like, what you said was wrong. You shouldn't be joking about that. And I'm like, it's literally my joke to make. Like,
and
you can't tell me.
And it wasn't even a pressing joke.
No, it was just like, skip it. Like, don't even pay attention to it. But that's clearly not what happened. So,
yeah.
Basically, we just all argued, had a falling out.
They started posting stuff.
They started putting me on blast
which
online.
Is when I stepped in.
Which is when Maddie was like, no, this is not right. You have done nothing wrong. And they're treating it like you literally killed somebody.
Right. I respectfully messaged, I think, just Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't know what's going on, but, like, maybe... Which this is bold coming from me. I'll say this is a hypocritical statement. Yeah. Keep it offline.
Right.
And I was like, just, I don't know what's going on. You should, like, try and talk about this. Or at least just, like, let it go. Like, you don't even know why you're upset.
Right.
And if you wanted to not be friends, just don't be friends. And then I got, like, basically cussed out and blocked by both of them, and I was like, alright.
Yeah, so then it was just lone soldier me to deal with this battle on my own, which obviously I would have done. Right. I didn't ask Maddie to, like, step in. I simply FaceTimed her and explained what was happening and voiced my concern, and that's when she took initiative.
Well, I just feel like, which... I'm not even going to call out names, but I feel like a lot of people don't agree with this. If you're, like, I will always stand up for my friends, even if it makes me seem like a sociopath. But I feel like not many people do that anymore.
No.
Which I get upset by.
And, like, that's the same thing with, like, the whole supporting the victim. It's always support the victim until the truth is out. And even if you're supporting a liar, it's better than supporting a potential rapist or pedophile.
Right.
So, yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah, it is.
But to make a long story short, as I keep saying, as we keep making this long, me and Hannah, we had that falling out. I had to work with her after that happened. I had to work with both of them after it happened, which obviously made me uncomfortable. And I tried to not be at work that day. It was actually my last day, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay, so you didn't have to work with them for, like...
No, it was either their last day... No, because they still work there after.
No, yeah, it was your last day.
It was my last day. So clearly, I wanted my last day to be filled with good vibes, good energy, but no.
Panera was honestly a really... No, nothing about the company. Don't, allegedly... Panera, the people at this Panera.
Yeah, we're talking about the people, not the actual company.
Right. The people there were just a toxic.
It was all teenagers.
But it
That's
was
the reason
so
why.
Cliquey and weird.
Yeah.
Like, I remember going to...
Keep in mind, you've been there a few times.
Many times. And I went to... Even the one kid's, like, grad party for some reason with you.
We went to,
Yeah.
Sorry, can't come up with a name on the spot like this.
Right. No, yeah, like, I was just kind of there. I never worked there.
We didn't even, like, socialize with anyone when we went that day.
Because they all just scared me a little bit. Because I'm like,
not even that. They're just, like, a oddball bunch of kids.
Just definitely not my vibe.
Oh, no. Not at all.
It was very drama-filled.
Yeah. It was not a fun day.
No.
It was a nice adventure, though. We did get Subway that one day. We went down to Jocko's.
Oh, yes, we did.
We did. Shout out to Jocko's.
Shout out to Jocko's.
If you don't know what Jocko's is, it's basically a drive-through convenience store. We'll just leave it at that.
Did you know those are, like, native to Ohio? I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's crazy.
Because I've seen someone else post about it, but...
About how they're only...
I wasn't sure if it was this Jocko's or a different one, so I just...
Well, no, I'm saying, like, any drive-through convenience store.
They're
like
just in Ohio.
There's for the most part. Like, they're not a common thing in other states.
Sweet!
Yeah.
That's, like, the only thing Ohio has going for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which...
Besides the cornfields.
Yeah. You can also walk through convenient Jocko's.
Yeah.
Well,
you can just fully... Yeah, we witnessed it the other day.
That was
It was just a man walking through the drive-thru.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that's how that ended.
Yeah.
Oh, God. What else? Do we wanna go into the whole shocker buyer whore ankle situation?
Dude, we have to.
It's
such a good story.
Dude, I know. I know.
So, sophomore year. School is winding down to an end. And typically at the high school we went to, a lot of people within the grades kind of intermingled. So, like, our sophomore year, we knew a bunch of freshmen. And I guess that's just kind of how it is.
Mm-hmm.
But, so, we had, 3 different lunch periods? Or was it 4?
I think it was 4. A, B, C, D, something like that.
Yeah, so we had 4. This was before everything changed. Like, semesters. Yeah. You weren't even there for the semesters.
No.
But we used to have trimesters.
Which, who the fuck? Like, I don't know any other school that does that.
No one had it. I feel like we were the last in Northeast Ohio to switch to semesters.
Yeah.
Everyone else had quarters, anything else but trimesters.
Yeah.
But it was fine, though, because we only had 5 classes.
Yeah.
We were just in there for
a while.
Ever.
I didn't mind that.
I didn't mind that either. But what happened was we had a lunch right after a certain lunch period. And typically when it's nice outside, you can sit outside on the picnic tables.
There's like 4. But, okay, also, it was like kind of it was
limited. It was limited seating.
But it was kind of like it was a fucking spoken rule that, like, the older... Like, okay, the seniors sit in the booths inside.
Right, they have their own senior section.
Right, and then the, like, juniors
kind of sit wherever, because they don't care.
Right, and then, like...
been around.
The sophomores, sit
typically sat outside. There are a bunch of us.
And the freshmen don't take those tables.
Right, it's just a known rule.
Which we all respected. Like, I never tried to fucking sit out there. I mean, not that it's, like, that fucking deep, but, like... At the time,
it was so deep. I was so deep.
But it was also only deep because I had pressing issues with this girl before.
Yeah.
Like, pressing issues.
Yeah. But, so, what would happen, was the lunch period before us, there were, 2 or 3 little freshman girls. They decided to sacrifice themselves and stay past the bell to make sure their friends in our lunch period got the picnic table outside.
Wow, I'm about to actually get really mad right now.
Yeah, Maddie's mad. But
because these girls, like, we had beef, like, before this, and they did this out of spite. They did it out of spite.
Most definitely. So they would save their little picnic table. Well, we brought it to the attention of our science teacher. We'll call him Bill Nye.
Yes, he was an OG, like, brought us together, my favorite teacher.
Oh, he was so great.
Great guy.
Yeah. So we brought it to his attention that these underclassmen are trying to take our table. And you know what he did? He let us leave class early to go and rightfully take our table.
But only like a few seconds, so we had to sprint.
Yeah, it was like I'd say like a solid minute before the bell.
Yeah.
Because once we were like in the cafeteria or like around that area, the bell would ring.
Yes.
So it was like cutting it close, but he still let us out early because he's a G.
Yes.
And so we pull up. Was anyone there the one day we pulled up? I'm pretty sure one day they were standing there waiting to save the table, and so we just sat down.
No, yeah, this went back and forth until the end of the year.
Yeah, so like 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a month.
And we would go back and forth trying to get there first, and we usually I'm pretty positive we always got there, before them.
Oh, yeah.
Until the one day they just came over and they were still standing there, and I remember we sat there, and like, we started, like, arguing with them. Because it was, I remember it was just some, like, random guy who was a freshman who was, like, trying to save it for them.
Yeah, and he was like, I'm saving that table. And we were like, okay.
That's odd. Like, okay. And I remember...
Like, at least sit down if you're trying to save a table. Well, we probably still would have sat, like...
I would have literally got on top of the table. Like, that's how upset I was.
Yeah.
And I remember then they would just move. Like, there were plenty of picnic tables. It was that picnic table. It was that.
Because it was in the shade. It was under the tree.
I remember them moving across. And then we would spend the whole lunch all, like, looking at each other and, like, saying shit.
The dirty glares.
And it's like, just eat, guys.
Right.
Just get the...
Right. Well, at one point, we got so fed up with it, we took my charger block for my phone and carved our names into the table.
Yes. Yes, we did do that. Which didn't stop anybody, honestly.
No, we just had to mark our territory. Those were the days.
Yeah, I'm about to get fucking mad at this bitch.
So...
still hate there. Still hate, because I do hold a grudge.
Yeah. There was... Is that the day that shook her by her whore ankles stemmed? Or was that...
Okay, so the one girl, Regina... Obviously not her real name.
Not Regina George either, but similar.
Well, I'm not even going to get mean right now because I've grown. Me and her had some other issues before this. Some, like, really, like, sociopathic on my end issues where I... followed her to her class, caused a little bit of a scene. It is what it is. It was justified. We'll get into that one day, maybe.
Yeah, and plus, like, we were sophomores.
Oh, it was
young and dumb.
Right.
High school drama. Typical.
Right. And so I had beef with her before that, and then I thought we, like, kind of resolved it, but then she did that, and I was like, bitch, alright.
No.
Here we go. And I remember... Like, I would see her walking, and I would get so pressed.
Panini pressed.
And I would look at her. I would look at her fucking... her ankles. Like, I don't know how to say this.
Odd thing to say.
I know. I don't, like...
It wasn't in, like, a...
Not like a sexual thing or anything.
It wasn't like that.
No.
It was just, like, a glance down and notice it.
Because she would wear these stupid-ass fucking, like, flood pants. I'm so upset.
Those pants.
And so I just... One day I was like, I just want to pick her up and shuck her by her fucking whore ankles. And girls supporting girls, absolutely.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
looking back
but
now,
not that
like...
girl.
No. Because this girl was the worst. But looking back now, like, obviously don't get mad at the girl in situations where your man messes up. That's on him.
And we will definitely be deep diving into the whole ex trauma stories on a what would your ex do feature.
Also, just throw that out there. No hate to any of my exes. No. Love you all.
Well, I have hate.
I don't love you all. That's... Wow,
I do have
cause some issues. No, no hate to all of you.
I do have hate, however. But that's
it's okay.
Well,
some.
A lot. Not a lot, but a reasonable amount.
If you were there for the first half of high school, you would have hated all them too.
Well, I'm talking about mine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I hate all yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I hate yours.
Anyway,
that is directed.
We will keep you updated on the what would your ex do.
I have to really sit and contemplate about what I want to speak on during that episode.
That's gonna be like a 3.5 hour long episode.
We're gonna have to map out everyone.
Oh yeah.
And dissect.
Yeah. Anyway, I do think we should bring Ethan on for that one. He could also add to the story.
Ethan
is my current boyfriend.
Yes, he
11
is.
months. In 8 minutes.
It feels like a year. Feels like a year. Some would say.
Oh my god. You would say.
I would
earlier
say.
today.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Alright, so yeah, high school goes by. I moved to a different school. We still remain friends, do the same old shit. Lots of crazy stories we'll get into at one point. But then college comes.
College.
Which led to us crying in the parking lot because she was moving to Bowling Green. I was staying here at Tri-C.
Yeah.
No hate to Tri-C.
No,
really.
I love Tri-C. Still have to register, maybe.
Wow, you should. Wow.
Yeah, we're just gonna take it slow.
We'll ponder that.
Yeah.
I am taking the year off.
I also feel that.
I gotta just look in other endeavors,
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So, Bowling Green, you move.
There's a lot to unpack.
Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about your experience. I have no comment on Bowling Green because I was there.
So, what didn't happen at Bowling Green? Most of it was close to riots, I'd say. Oh.
I literally... What?
I'm so sorry. Quick intermission.
I'm just addressing the many pressing topics in my phone right now.
Yeah, and it's distracting me.
I'm sorry. I just
it's
because I was getting anxiety because I didn't know what she said.
Yeah. Anyway, Bowling Green. My first impression when I toured it was, wow, I really love this campus. And that is kind of the main reason why I went, just because I really love the campus.
Did you love the campus?
I really loved it.
Wait. Did you mention you loved the campus?
You know what? I do love it.
Did you?
Yeah, actually.
Well,
I really loved it.
Oh, okay, all right.
Just to put that out there.
Yeah, she loved it. All right. What happened after the love?
After the love came a worldwide pandemic that really just...
Oh my god. True.
So true, bestie.
So true, bestie.
Took everything.
Actually, a
turn for the worst. Yeah. We're also still in it.
We're still living it, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, right before I left for college, we were kind of in the peak of the pandemic when I was leaving.
Yeah.
So it was really rough to meet nice people.
Because this was when you could, live on campus, but there were no classes, right? In person?
No, they were online.
Right. So you didn't really have any...
And then the only way you could be with your roommate was if you requested it. Which I did, and which I regret.
Biggest fucking mistake.
Dude.
Oh.
Dude. We're gonna have to get into that.
All hate to that bitch.
All hate. No shame, hate. All hate. Anyway, I had a roommate. I got accepted early. Backstory. I got accepted early. I think it was September I got accepted. So September before Corona started.
Oh, wow. That was really early.
Yeah, I got accepted early.
Oh, yeah. I was just spending that year in denial, telling you weren't going to go. Okay, right.
Yeah. So, I got accepted early. Come February, I found a roommate. And we were, like, vibing. We had some similarities. Definitely should have looked into it much more.
Much more. Should have looked into that.
I'm gonna be blackmailed. Much more. But Jesus, I can't even. I'm having a stroke tonight. I was stuck with her. I made the mistake of requesting a roommate to room with, because, typically that's what happens for your freshman year of college. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try and live it up during this pandemic. I really wanted that solid college experience. I definitely got an experience, to say the least.
Yeah. I never wanted any part of that, which is, like, the thought of having a roommate, living in a dorm, living with,
the thing
like,
is, at
me.
the time, I was a lot more extroverted. So I was like, I can meet new people. And, like, I did. I met some people who I literally no longer talk to.
You talked to Lily.
Yeah, Lily. Lily. Shout out Lily. Love you. You're the only one, though. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was difficult. It was very hard to meet people during Corona. Everyone was sus. They were Among Us, sus.
That fucking period of life.
Fever dream. They didn't want to catch Corona. Like, it was a weird time. Well, my roommate, she really started to piss me off. She really did, like, small things that eventually built up to
large hate.
Large hate. Yeah. One incident, I used the full-size trash can she bought for our room. I put my trash in it, and it was not even halfway full. I literally put one bag of, like, Steak and Shake into the trash bag. Like, I had the bag filled with my trash and put it into the trash can. Right. Well, she didn't like that. Not at all.
As if you're not going to take out the trash at some point.
As if she didn't buy it to share for the room, which she specifically said she was sharing.
That's so fucking petty. Even if she didn't buy that to share, like, who?
Well, I wouldn't have used it if she wouldn't. If she did that,
right? But also, okay.
Anyway, she started blowing up my phone while I wasn't at the dorm, and she was basically texting me like, "Oh, I had a shitty day. Can you take out the trash when you get back?" And I was like, "Yeah, like, that's not a problem." Well, the thing is, I didn't answer that text message right away, which really set her off. She texted me like 3 more times, getting more aggressive each time. And I was like, okay, not gonna answer because you're pissing me off. Then she tried to call me. I was like, you know what? No. I'm literally out with a friend. She knew that. I told her, I'm like, I'm not gonna be there. I'm going out with a friend. Don't bother me. Right. Like, if you know where I am, don't bother me about a trash bag when you can literally take the elevator down 2 floors and throw it out. And then go back up to your room and take literally like 5 minutes of your time.
And even if that bothered her that much, she could have been like, okay, I'll take it out this time, but been like, dude, don't do that again. And you would be like, okay.
And keep in mind, the trash can was not halfway full.
So what? I just can't.
She was just mad I used her trash can.
She's just a bitter, angry person.
Yeah, she definitely is. So I get back to my room, and I found the trash bag that I was supposed to throw out on top of my belongings, on top of my desk, where my laptop sat, where my textbooks sat. It was disgusting. I really didn't appreciate it.
Like that, it never had.
And to be fair, I should have voiced that, but I was just way past that point. I was like, no. So I ended up throwing it out like the good Samaritan I am. That was that. That was one of those moments that really did it for me. I was like, you know what? No, that was not human. Like, that wasn't humanly, like,
that wasn't.
It wasn't morally right to just put trash on someone else's belongings. It just never needed to be that
serious. She never needed. Whatever.
Right. So,
but that's not even. Okay. This isn't even like the pressing issue.
Oh no, we're gonna get way deeper than this. So buckle up. But fast forward, I was sick of living with a roommate, which I definitely should have known. I would have gotten sick of it pretty fast.
I literally don't.
But like I said, it was little things adding up
right.
to a bigger picture. And what I ended up doing was filling out a move-out request.
As you should.
The thing is, when I filled that out and decided I didn't want to live with her anymore, she was not on campus. She was, hours away. I think she was at home.
Because she didn't want to be by you.
She didn't want to deal with me.
Right.
And all of my pressing issues.
Right. So many.
So she left. She was gone for, 2.5 weeks.
Now, was this before or after she heard Ethan call her a bitch?
After. So, basically, about that, my boyfriend at the time, not at the time, we're still dating, hi Ethan. Anyway, we were dating, and I was on FaceTime with him.
No headphones?
No, I didn't have my AirPods on, and usually I would tell him that, I didn't have them on if Sydney was in the room, so he wouldn't be out of line. Well, one of the times I decided not to say anything, Sydney walked past and, was on my phone camera, and Ethan goes, "What a bitch." And he said something like that, and she heard it, and she was like, "What did he say to me?" And I was like, "He just said, hey." And it was so awkward, because, how do you be that middleman when it's literally just me and her, and then...
As if he doesn't think she's a bitch because of stuff you've said.
Right. So that happened. She was not happy about that. And then she, went to shower and came back and was, perfectly fine, which I should have, been a little more concerned about. Just mentally. Anyway, that happened. So it's fine. While she was gone, off campus, she was gone for, a solid 2.5 weeks. I filled out a move-out request, and I had to wait a full week until I could move out into an empty room.
Why did they make you wait?
I don't know. It was just a policy. So I was, best friends with my RA, and I was like, girl, please don't make me wait a week. I cannot handle it. Long story short, I waited a week. I moved out. All is well. At this point, it's probably been, a month since we've been at college, since I've been at Bowling Green.
It didn't take long for things to hit the fan.
No, it did not take long at all. But the timeline is important. So after I moved out and was kind of in my own room doing my own thing, I basically was just vibing in my own room. It was great.
Mm-hmm. And
it was probably a solid 2 to 3 more weeks after that when this incident happened.
Oh my god, I can't.
So, I was hearing rumors from a girl we were friends with. She lived right next to us when I lived with my roommate. And I was hearing rumors that I was racist. Which, I don't want to be that person that's like, oh, I'm not racist, but...
I've genuinely never heard anything even sort of,
remotely
racist, sexist, anything ever come out of your mouth.
Right. So, obviously, these rumors were false. But when someone attacks your character like that, it really, hits you deep.
And it would be one thing if,
she did something to her.
But she also was a Caucasian female.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, either way, she wasn't,
It doesn't matter that much, but she wasn't white. And...
She wasn't white?
No. The girl that started the rumors.
Oh, I thought we were talking about your roommate.
No, my roommate was whiter than white.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I didn't know that.
No, so I'm hearing these rumors, and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck, guys? I literally spoke to this girl who made this rumor once. It was all good vibes. We were clicking, the way people do when you first have a conversation.
The way we do.
Yeah, and so eventually what ended up happening was They were walking past me in the hallway, and it was pretty clear they left signs on my dry erase board that I was not wanted in the hall, and they made their hatred to me known.
And it would be one thing
if I actually did.
There was an identified incident, comment, post, like anything you did.
I spoke to this woman once.
Right. And
maybe twice.
Every time you or anyone else would ask why she thought this, what you did.
Oh, we're going to get into that.
Right.
So, my friend who lived right next to me when I moved rooms, her name's Lily. Love her to death. She lived to the left of me. We were standing out in the hallway, just chatting it up, talking. I heard a keychain. I knew that keychain from a mile away. It was, lo and behold, the rumor girl. So, I'm like, Lily? I didn't say this, but I was like, dude, I'm not even gonna, like, turn around, acknowledge them, nothing. Well, they decided to acknowledge me first, and my roommate decided to say, oh, look, it's that racist bitch. So, of course, I'm gonna stick up for myself.
Because it's not even, it would be one thing if she just, like, called you a bitch. But,
right. Like, I'd ignore it. You don't attack someone's character without proof.
Or without any, like, reason. Like, I'm all about accountability and, like, all that shit, but, like,
100%.
You genuinely didn't do anything.
No. So, they said that remark, and I was not there for it. So, I, like, turned around, and I was like, okay, what makes me racist? And at that point, I was mad, so my voice was a lot more angry than I just said.
So,
what makes me a racist?
What's wrong?
Talk. Well, they didn't like that. The girl that started the rumor basically was like, you know what you did, and I was like, that's the thing, though. Like, I didn't do anything.
And if you did, why can't she
just, like, shoot me a quick DM?
Or even when you're saying it to her, like, just say what you did then.
You would think. So, we're going back and forth. I'm like, I don't even know what I did, like, at all. Please tell me. She ends up screaming at me, like, down the whole entire hallway. I'm talking about, like, 6 to 7 dorm rooms away.
Oh my god, dude, this is why I didn't go to college.
And I'm just standing there taking it, because, like, what the fuck do you even say to, like, false accusations?
Dude, if, like
if that was me, too.
Like, I would have lost my shit.
I mean, I did, but not in the way you... Right. You would have.
I would have... Hands would have been flying.
Yeah. But, they eventually went into the room, and I looked at Lily, and the second I did, I just started bawling my eyes out.
Stop. That's so sad.
But it was just so frustrating.
No way.
That was the only, like, that was my only expression at the time.
Right, I get that.
So I wind down, I text my RA, I'm like, did you just hear what happened outside? She was like, no. So I explained it. Long story short, my report got nowhere. The dean of the hall basically just told the girl who started the rumor not to talk to anyone for a few days. And then first semester was over and they both left.
Wow. Yeah. So
that was my first ever semester of college. My first ever experience in the dorm rooms with anyone. So, as you can tell, I do have a strong hatred towards college now.
Yeah. During this time, I came up, I think I visited you, like, twice or 3 times, but you came here more than I came there.
I came home every weekend. If I didn't go home every weekend, I went to Ethan's house.
Yeah.
Which was also an hour and a half, 2-hour drive.
Yes, it was.
So, rest in peace, Reggie.
Reggie is my
red Ford Focus. Love him so much.
Yeah.
But, yeah. That was interesting.
College. And that's where this all really started.
That's where the podcast idea started circulating.
A lot of people are confused as to why this is happening and how this happened.
A lot of people think it was just on a whim.
Just a little choice we made.
Which in retrospect, when we started it, like, actually started, like, the social media accounts and everything, it was mostly on a whim for that.
Right.
But the idea of starting a podcast sprouted months ago.
In college. When I visited you.
Because we really thought we could make it work. Long distance.
We were like, we'll just like FaceTime and like figure out the technology.
Yeah.
And
wait, before we started this podcast, this episode specifically, it took us 50 minutes just to figure out how to record our audio.
Well, like in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way. We enjoyed it, and then eventually we started talking. But
I know from here on out, it's gonna get a lot more juicy and crazy.
Oh yeah,
I feel like we're starting at we're doing a good little thing here.
Oh yeah, obviously,
of course.
Yeah. So that's where that started.
This all started because we were like, we have a lot to say, a lot of opinions. I have pretty much zero filter.
I have a filter on some topics.
Yes.
Other ones, if I am not censored, I will not hold back.
Right. I think we balance each other very well. And
I censor what you want to say, and you say what
you want to censor.
Something like that.
It works. And so after like sitting in your room one day in Bowling Green, we decided, hey, why don't we just record this and start a podcast? And this, I will say, was like before everyone had a podcast.
Oh yeah,
like this idea
before it started popping up everywhere.
Now I don't know how
many people are actually making one,
but I know a lot of celebrities do, or not celebrities, but like
but that was even before the influencers started.
Right. But now,
which makes me think they're copying us, even though we had absolutely nothing physical for this podcast.
Right. It was like that TikTok where it's like, at first it was a joke, but I don't think I'm joking.
Yeah.
Wow, I fucked that up, but you get the
that one.
Yeah.
So we went live on Instagram for an hour because it counted us down because we were on live too long. And I think that was the turning point where we were like, we need somewhere where we can talk longer. Which, by the way, we are past the 1 hour mark.
I could have told you this was going to happen. We have a lot to fucking say.
And our goal today was to get over 45 minutes.
Yes.
But clearly we did that. And also our next goal is 10 subscribers. We're halfway there. So please follow, like, subscribe.
Share even. Do whatever you gotta do.
If you're mentioned, hello, welcome. It's a little scary if you guys are here.
I feel like
peace and love.
Hate and war. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So as you can see, that's why we did say I was the better half of this.
I make and say some questionable things sometimes.
That's okay though.
Yes. I feel like my thoughts on so what brought us to actually executing this and actually making it a thing was we took a little drive one day.
Very spontaneous.
Yes, and we were talking as we do, and we were like, wow, remember that concept of a podcast?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. I do remember. Believe it or not, I was there for it.
You? Yeah. But they weren't.
No, they weren't. Well, you're here now. Yes. That's all that matters.
And my thoughts on this is I feel like either it's going to go a few ways. I think it's
either going to be just us talking to a microphone with little peep up and absolutely nobody but Ethan listening. And maybe some of your friends and my friends.
I feel like some people are really gonna hate watch or hate listen.
I'm fine with that.
No, absolutely.
Like, I'll hate listen when we play this back tomorrow before we post.
I am going to leave hate comments.
No, feel free. Express your opinions.
But don't hurt my feelings.
Yeah, don't hurt my feelings. We're sensitive.
Like, fuck you guys. But I'm sensitive, so maybe...
So you can't say it back.
Right.
Oh my god. It's either gonna go that route. People are gonna hate listen. I can't imagine, besides like Hannah and like Kelly.
But are they even gonna... I have fucking everyone blocked, I think. I have them blocked. I don't know.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
It's either gonna go that route, or it's, like, actually gonna be good.
I just know there's gonna be, because there was a lot of fucking people who made fun of my little YouTube thing, and I'm sorry that you got, oh my god, I thought there was a bug in your drink.
No, it's on the bottom of my cup. Stop, don't scream at me.
I'm sorry. I, like, when I made my little YouTube channel, whatever, when I post, like, little TikToks, I know there's people who are, like, well, I've, like people who
first I thought it was funny. I was like, are you serious? She's gonna vlog?
But there were people who, like, literally were like, did you see this? And I'm like, I'm sorry, you don't have balls to do anything but, like, live in Ohio.
Well, good thing they don't have to see this, they just have to listen.
Well, you will see my fucking face one day.
One day.
But either way, I don't give a rat's ass if everyone listens to this or no one listens to this.
It's so therapeutic.
I feel great. I feel like since I ghosted my therapist, this is best for us both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see where this goes, and even if it goes nowhere with other people, I'm glad we can look back and listen to, if we ever, oh my god, if we have kids one day, we can be like,
not today.
Not today.
Not today.
But one day, we could be like, oh, you want to hear about
my life?
My life?
Without me having to explain it in a present tense.
I don't want to talk to you right now.
But here's a great podcast you can listen to.
You want exes? You want to hear about our dad? Well,
we have your dad. Yeah, my dad.
Get into that. So
yeah, I'm really excited for this.
Yeah, I am too. And if you guys have any type of criticism,
feedback,
things you want us to talk about.
We can,
even if you want to make...
it doesn't have to be related to our lives.
No, it can be really anything. But if you have anything you want us to talk about and you want to be anonymous, just make a different account. Just
make a different account. Leave a comment. We have an Instagram on our YouTube. We have a
email
TikTok.
Us.
Yeah, we do have an email. So if you happen to come across that, we would be down to talk to some viewers. Maybe one day we can have a little... like FaceTime call with one.
Yeah, when we figure out that
when we get more than 5 subscribers.
Listen.
Hey, but this is like a nice skill build. Because we're learning how to record our audio.
We're like halfway to IT tech companies.
We're going to have to get Ethan on this.
Seriously. Ethan, I know you're going to be listening.
Maybe... he'll probably listen for the full.
He better listen to the full thing.
Yeah, he better.
We had some... Well, he's probably actually heard all of this in real life.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know.
Not to the detail, but now he'll know why I am the way I am.
He's like, oh, wow.
Oh, wow, didn't know that fact.
That much trauma? Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty open to talk about anything.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited to like find a topic to talk about and like go and actually educate myself on it.
Yes. I think it's going to be like I'm going to enjoy more talking about like topics rather than, well, I don't know, like I like talking about our personal life, but I feel like other people are going to be like,
so juicy. Yeah.
What?
So, yeah. We can definitely brainstorm off microphone for that.
I'm like, let's actually plan next week right now.
You know we would. If this whole setup was not here, we definitely would. Oh my god.
Wow. Do you have anything else you want to add to any other topics to hit right now?
No, not off the top of my head.
Did we just do our first podcast?
We just did our first podcast.
Oh.
Business handshake.
Oh my gosh.
We're business woman shaking right now.
So true.
So true, bestie.
So true, bestie. All right.
Well, we're going to wrap this up. This was a success.
I would absolutely say this was a success. I'm excited for next week. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll be back next week. Hate watch, love watch, leave a comment.
Share, comment.
Whatever you want to do.
We've got our Instagram linked. We've got our TikTok in the process of being posted.
A lot of things in the work.
We even went out and bought a furry agenda. Not a furry agenda.
Wow, let's not put that on out there.
No, a 5-year-old's agenda with fur on it. This is not helping my case.
No, it absolutely isn't.
How would you explain it, though? Let's see. Explain it.
We have throwback to middle school when you could buy the journals with the fur on the, like, the texture is the fur.
Yeah, on the outside.
Yeah, so that's...
And it does say agenda on it, but it's not lined. Like, the A is falling off the fucking front of it. Look.
Is it?
Yeah, look how offset this is. We'll have to, follow our Instagram, and you'll be able to see the picture of our agenda if you've made it this long. So, a lot of our social medias will be behind the scenes.
Also, shout out while we're on here to our businesses.
We are small business creators. Hashtag not sponsored, but not profitably sponsored. You know,
correct.
We're not getting paid to do this.
Just a quick little.
You go ahead. Explain.
So my business, I have my own online thrift store. We are coming to flea markets very soon. You can find us at Underworld Thrift Shop on Instagram, underworldthrift.com. You can find us on Depop and also Underworld Thrift Shop.
Believe it or not, it's Underworld Thrift.
Yes, it absolutely is. So check that out. And also,
I have a small business in the works besides this podcast, which I wouldn't say is a small business, but it's a small therapy session.
It's a
small but long.
Yes.
Yeah. I make jewelry by hand. It's very tedious. It relaxes me though. It's a nice relaxer. Good. You can find me at Swathed Rings on TikTok and Instagram, believe it or not. That is spelled SWATHEDRINGS. Swathed like a child.
You're throwing a lot of children's references into this
meaning too. I'm just saying you swathe a child.
You
a baby.
Swaddle. Wait, right?
Is it swaddle?
Yeah.
Because like swathed is swathed.
Dude, I don't know.
It's a synonym of
like when you wrap a baby in a blanket.
So swathed is another word for wrapped.
Right.
Which I had to use Google for. That's how I came up with my company name. Anyway.
I just had a dream about mine and woke up and was like, yeah, that's it, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
check us out. It's also tagged on our Instagram. First post, only post.
Yes.
We are there.
Well, there will be. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll be posting more.
Yeah, so we'll see where this takes us.
We won't hold you guys up any longer. It's been quite the first podcast.
If you made it this far, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Leave a comment saying the time you've made it to. Right now we're at 1:17:48. So if you comment that, we'll know and we will do something special for you. Maybe we'll shout you out in our next podcast.
We can absolutely do that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well.
Alrighty, that's that. We'll see you guys.
This is What Would Your Mom Do?
What would your mom do? See you fucking next week.
Goodbye.